Welcome to the Too Rich to Miss podcast with your host, Mr. Too Rich, your Southern urban voice. A place where relevant, rich conversations are had with professionals, providing insight to innovative solutions that will help you move your business, career, and life to the next level. Here's your host. What's good, everybody, and thank you so much for checking out the episode this week. Today, we are going to be having our conversation with Adrian Scott, the author of Meetings on Top of Meetings on Top of Meetings. Our conversation went a little long, so we broke this one up into 2 episodes. This is part 1 of our conversation with Mr. Adrian Scott, author, motivational speaker, veteran, and current supply chain manager. Let's get into it. The Too Rich to Miss podcast. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Too Rich to Miss podcast. We are back in the building after a brief hiatus, coming back to you with relevant, rich conversations with experts and real professionals doing real things out here in this world. And today we have none other than author, motivational speaker, former military veteran. I was about to say retired, but you didn't retire, did you? You just got honorably discharged, right?
Yeah, I got out.
Okay, all right. So we got a military veteran. We got retired lieutenant from the prison system. We got also, in addition to that, an MBA. And currently, last but certainly not least, working for the largest or one of the largest in the world. Depending on how things go, they could get unseated. But the largest retailer in the world right now. So Amazon is on. And about there, yeah, working for a supply chain manager for the largest retailer in the world. Adrian Scott, and author of the new book that's currently out, available on Amazon and everywhere that books are sold. Meetings on top of meetings on top of meetings. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. How about yourself? Thanks for calling.
Hey, doing good. Glad you took some time out to chat with us today. It's been really interesting the way things have been going on in the world. And fortunately for some of us, we've been in some good positions. And looking through and scanning through your book, it really provides a lot of good information that organizations can use to keep their people motivated. Because as we know right now, if you do have a job, you might not be working as much as you was, or you're working more than you want to be working. So have you noticed, what type of changes have you noticed in just working and the flow of business in general post-COVID, or in the midst of COVID? I can't even say post-COVID; it's still going on. So, have you noticed a difference?
Well, it goes back to basically, just what my book is about: meetings on top of meetings. The communication that you give has to be more precise than before. Before COVID, we could have a meeting, and then if something didn't go right, we call another meeting, and then we would adjust, we would change the strategy, like a team would on a football field or basketball. You would call a timeout, and be able to adjust. But in the current situation that we're in, it's not many timeouts that you're going to be able to take, because the workflow is actually more because of the demand. When it comes to supply chains, people, they don't have as much access to, some of the things that they're used to buying, but the basics like food and beverage, we have it. So it makes people buy more of it. It's almost like when they know a storm is coming, they go out and buy all the water and all the bread and everything in the in the grocery store. But that's what's happening right now. So I would say the thing that changes the most is the communication part of it. You have to be more precise in what your message is. You know, the sender has to give that exact information that they want to see, and they have to make sure that the people that they have are trained to get the results of what they actually want to be seen. So, you know, that goes back to hiring, recruiting, make sure you retain the right staff. But at the same time, the training piece is something that the majority of the companies miss out on. You know, and in a situation like this, you find out the hard way. You know, you now, you know what I mean? It's like if you was going to battle and you had your good friends with you going to battle, and then all of a sudden now the battle kicks off and you like, oh man, I shouldn't have had him with me. You know what I mean? Because he's not good under pressure. You know, you find out that person's not good under pressure, but then it's too late. So that's why during the hiring process, you need to make sure you have teammates. You know, and that's one thing I talk about in my book, selecting the right team members before you go into battle. Don't wait till the battle comes and then find out, hey, this guy's not fit for what we really are trying to do. You know, so to answer your question, basically the communication piece has to be more precise and training has to be more defined.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And yeah, great answer. Because as we know right now, and one thing, and just from looking at what's happening in society, people are either miscommunicating on purpose, or they're just not educated properly in how to communicate.
Yeah.
So I guess depending on, social media, you can kind of take it either way. Some people say off things just to get the wrong reaction. But now, I guess one thing that I definitely find to be intriguing, especially looking at your book, is that it's some good principles that can be applied even to the mid and upcoming business, especially right now, because you have people that everybody's not going through a bad time. And granted, everybody's talking about everybody is going through bad. We know about the millions of people that's unemployed, and we know about businesses failing and all this, that, and the third. But on the flip side, in the midst of all of that, there are some businesses that actually are really coming up, that pivoted, that are in moments that could use someone with your expertise to be to come